Saturday live stream, Faces of the Forgotten. We're in the Northwoods. We're at my cabin. We're actually in the lower level, the museum, the bar, the gun room, the playroom, game room. It's all here. But today we are going to take a look at a photo album of a World War II German soldier who fell in 1943. And as I was talking about, I have his album that I bought 20 years ago at an antique store in Rhinelander. Hey, we got a few folks coming in. Ariel, Sandra L., but I missed somebody. Hold on. America Marie, Taba Pugh. How you guys doing? Kay Hopper, Rustolin, Corey. Here they come. Too many to name. We'll have to shout you guys all out. All right, so the first thing for you newcomers, or first comers, you're not newcomers. We're in the basement, lower level of my cabin. All cozy here. I'm doing well, Fred. How are you? This will be fun. We're gonna do some new, try to do some new stuff here. Matthew's here, Diane, Peggy, Mary Rayner is here. We got Claim to Fame from Virginia. We got Chris is back. Amanda Panda, as always, good to see you. Our faithful. Lady Tyler, here they come. All right. Roger Blair from Eastern Kentucky. How's the weather there? Speaking of the weather, man, California's getting whacked, right? Lucky I'm not going to Arizona for, well, I think right now I'm looking for the week after Labor Day to make that road trip. But how you guys, anybody from California with that hurricane and stuff? It's just pounding with rain, right? Hopefully the winds aren't too bad. All right, so the first question I have for you all is, how is the picture? Because if the picture's not clear, then there's no point in doing this album. I got a really cool thing we're gonna look at. Tricia says, perfect. Yeah, you know what? I gotta give a shout out to Elon Musk because I got the Skylink, is that what it's called? Installed about a month and a half ago. Wow, what a difference. Oh, good, the picture's clear. Wendy today in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Yeah, that's what I hear. But I hear Arizona, we're okay. All right, so I'm gonna be munching on, does anybody like Triscuits? Anybody want a Triscuit? Anybody want a biscuit? I haven't had lunch, I've been so busy. Oh, thank you, June. Yeah, so this is my new home full-time in the summer, and then Arizona in the winter. Everybody's reporting. Oh, Ruth Tester's here. So glad you could make it, Ruth. Tricia H. Tricia hasn't had breakfast yet. Are you on the West Coast? Or are you in Hawaii? It's morning in Hawaii, right? Cranberry juice, no vodka today. Got to keep hydrated. The weather today here in Wisconsin, northern Northwoods is 70 degrees and beautiful. Thought you were in a museum. Yeah, so you guys saw the ship, right? This is the HMS Victory. I'll show you a little, if you guys want to see, I got a little shelving area where I keep my, I guess you call it artifacts and things. So I can show that to you guys. Show you a little, flagship of Lord Nelson. By the way, when I go to UK, guys, I'm so excited. I think it's gonna work out next summer. I'm gonna try to get a whole month, maybe 3 weeks, and start up, and I think I'm gonna start up in Edinburgh and then work my way down to London. I've got like 40 or 50 stories. I gotta whittle down to like 10. Stuff you wouldn't imagine, not the usual stuff as usual. So, let me show you around a little bit before we get going. I'll give you kind of the lay of the land. Let's see, where's the switcheroo button? Oh, here it is. Okay, so opposite of me is the bar. It's a little early for drinking, guys. I'll give you a little tour around. I designed this room when I bought this place from scratch. And what you see here actually is a replica of you guys ever hear of Little Bohemia in Manitouish waters? This is a replica of the bar where John Dillinger and Babyface Nelson had it out with the G-Men, Purvis, Melvin Purvis, right? It's an exact replica of the bar at Little Bohemia where they had the famous shootout, and they shot the movie with Johnny Depp. So I got a few, show you a few collectibles, like, of course, John Dillinger here, right? Wanted. Let's see what else. I got something else. JK is looking for a drink. Yeah, it's a terrific bar. Look at the Little Leaguers. You got a Little Leaguers playing. So there's the old Al Capone. Got some good pictures. There's Big Al in court doing his thing. I don't smoke cigars, but let's see if we've got any. We do have cigars. Anybody want a cigar? I'm not a cigar smoker. Hi, all from Londonderry, Northern Ireland. Cool. Let's see what else. Oh, here. So there's my, this is my old Beaver, de Havilland Beaver seaplane. And that's actually my plane parked. That's a real painting picture of my plane in Ontario on Rainy Lake. There's a picture of George Bush, actually autographed by George Bush when he was still alive. That's when he fought in World War II in the TBM Avenger. And if you look, that's him. That's George Bush flying. He bailed out of that plane just like me, or I bailed out just like him. That's something my friends got for me. That's the artwork that was on my TBM. This is a replica. They found the airplane. My airplane was from the Bunker Hill CV-17 and Wolfgang Squadron. And I did an episode on my Bush Pilot channel of the Hobo Squad. Here's the ships we sunk. I think one of those was a battleship. So yeah, the USS, I keep wanting to say HMS. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen my post on the HMS Victory, this is the model of this ship. Just unbelievable model. And a couple of really cool paintings, or I should say lithographs that are from those days. Look at that lettering, huh? Isn't that cool? So yeah, I'll show you a couple things. Here's some Confederate currency. So if you want to get a stub there, you can just break a stub off. I got this when I was in Franklin, Tennessee, some artifacts. You can buy this, mini balls and all kinds of stuff. Here's the actual tintype of somebody, I don't know who he is. Isn't this cool? It's an actual tintype. We know we love those tintypes. We got to find out who he was or is. This is like a pepper gun. Any of you guys ever seen one of these? It actually works. I haven't fired it. I don't plan to fire it. And some skulls of big bears. This is actually a skull of a huge grizzly bear. You saw him upstairs. And we got some. I have a lot of cool old magazines, guys. I'm a big JFK fan, you know. But you guys would probably like to read some of these magazines, huh? Isn't that fun? I haven't gone through them, but I keep my eye out at the antique stores. Hey, Cheryl from the UK, how are you doing? You're going to see a replica of, very cool. Let's go over here. What you see in the background, that's my hunting room. We've got a lot of furs. Isn't that a cool poster? Actually, this was a calendar. It's an original. A sextant, right? This is what they would use on the ships to find their position. These are things from the Arctic, guys. Man cave, yeah. Vicky, this is a good man cave. Actually, this is where the boys, we all come down, and this is what they would carve the ice with and make their igloos, the Inuit, from whale bone. This is actually, forget what that's. So here's some cool stuff, some artwork, some Inuit artwork. And these are some commemorative coins. I think these are from Peary or Bird, can't remember. So yeah, just give you a little quick tour of my hunting room. There's Doc Holliday, but that's not really Doc Holliday. But it's a cool painting. Do I catch fish up here? Absolutely. In fact, my one son, Danny, is coming up for Labor Day, and we're going to go fishing for sure. Bar here. Machines over there. Anybody want some popcorn? Some popcorn? Now there's a record beanbag. And then, of course, you guys like shuffleboard, right? Hey, what are you doing here? Hello. That's Cody, guys. Cody's got a toothache. We've got to take Cody in. So this is kind of looking out over the lake. You guys have seen the lake here. Anyway. Oh, the Wolverine. These are real. I got a story about a Wolverine. So anyway, let's go back over here. Is the picture still good, guys? Diane says it's buffering. We got to have, all right, let me get set here. Oh, the picture's blurry. That's not going to be good, guys. All right, let me kind of sit tight here. And let me just kind of sit tight here for a minute, let things stabilize, and hopefully we can get a good picture, all right? Because I've got the album right here. Still blurry. What are we gonna do? God, I got really good Wi-Fi here. Blurry. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's frustrating. How can we do live streams if the picture is buffering? Let me think. All right, let's just let it stabilize here for a minute, and I'll watch what you guys are saying. People are saying it's getting better. You can hear me good? Okay, good. So we got good audio. How's it look now? Better. All right, we're gonna just stay right here. Oh, nothing to fix. We've got really good, the best Wi-Fi you can get with satellite, with Skylink. That's the best we can get. Actually, the downloading with Skylink is really fast, but the uploading, which is what we're doing now, is not as good with Skylink. Isabel, how you doing in Tucson? Looks better? All right. All right, I think we'll try it. So let me flip this around and you guys tell me. Hopefully okay, picture's good now. All right, so there it is. This is the photo album. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but I'm gonna try and do this. Please type out human skull. Oh, the hair, the grandma. This is grandma's skull. Ooh, you guys like that? Halloween's coming. All right, you know what? We better stay out here because I'm gonna get the buffering again. Okay. Yeah, let's stay here. All right, so this is the album that I was talking about. It's blurry and buffering. Oh, come on. Tell me it's not. Okay, so I'm going to put this down and let this stabilize. Yeah, I think this is going to work pretty good. Maybe we'll put it on top of here. How's that? Oh, yeah, this is really good. What do you think? Blurry again? Oh, man, I don't want to do this. Maybe we'll go upstairs if it's not getting better. I don't know if it'll be better upstairs. Martin says it's better. But is it clear? Guys, is it clear? I don't want to go through this unless you can really see these pictures. I don't want it to be blurry. Lorraine says it's good. Roxanne says it's blurry. So I got 2 blurries, 2 clear. Fuzzy. AM says 100%. Some of you guys might want to check your signal. Definitely. All right. In and out, fuzzy. All right. I'll bring it upstairs. I can't carry everything, so I'm going to have to leave the Triscuits down here. All right, hold on, guys. We're going to go upstairs. See if we can get a better image up here. All right. Place is a mess because doing some packing. All right. All right. Let's try this. Let's see how it does upstairs. What do you say, guys, huh? Okay, let me get this set for you guys. How's that? Okay. Thank you, Beth. Don't worry, that's good. We got a good image? Beth says good image. All right. I'm going to try and get you a straight down look. Let's go like this. Hold on. Hold on. All right. I think that's the farthest down I can put it, unfortunately. Hold on. I want to get this. Well, you know what? I can tilt this thing up too. All right. So I'm trying to do this. Let me try it over here where there's better light. Hold on. Okay. How's this, guys? Okay, you ready? You ready to go through this? Some people are saying perfect. Some people are saying buffering. So this album I bought about 20 years ago at a do. No, I can't go. I'm on data and there's no signal here. Teresa Hill says it's perfect. Brenda says it's clear, so we're going to go with it. I'm not going to touch this thing. So I think we're good now. Okay, so I bought this thing 20 years ago at a antique store. I don't know how this family would let this go. But apparently, and this is beautiful leather, these were made for soldiers in World War II in Germany. Of course, they went all out with medals and albums and all kinds of stuff to keep the morale of the soldiers up, just like here, but I think we're going further there. They were spending a lot of money on all this kind of stuff. So this is an album of this man. And I do have translation. It says, my military service. So some of this, and don't you love this paper? This is like that onion skin spider web for between the pages. But his name was Sergeant Walter Opperman, and this is in his Wehrmacht uniform. See it okay? Are we good? Picture, report in, please. Okay, so as you go through this, and some of the pictures I don't have an explanation for, but at the beginning, it's a lot of his family pictures. So here's an assortment along town of Oberjach. Look at those mountains there. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Some people say it's perfectly clear, and others are reporting in that it is blurry. So you have to check it on your end. I think we're good here. I don't know who. Maybe that's his sister. Maybe that's his girlfriend. Now, Warren Kroom, who is a follower on Instagram and one of our viewers, did find Walter in the records. Here's a picture of young Walter when he was younger. And here is a family picture just before his deployment. I have this feeling that this album might have been lost. Now, I'll tell you, I know of someone who's German, older, that their parents or father was a Nazi. Now, I don't think he was a Nazi, this one, but they were embarrassed and they got rid of all their family stuff before coming to America, you know, in those days. So here is a picture of him in his uniform and some other pictures. Could be his sister, could be his girlfriend. Not sure. Can you guys see it okay? I'm not seeing any comments. Now, this is his deployment picture. These are deployment pictures. And these are just random pictures taken from, oh, look at this, slaughtering of a calf. So this is now, we're in the war. So what we're going to do is, if this whole thing turns out to be too blurry, I'm going to redo this. Keep reporting in on the pictures. Some people are saying it's clear. Here's destroyed Russian tanks, pictures that he took. Yeah, I don't know if we should continue because this is a really good album. And if it's blurry, I'll do this another time, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to do this another time. Sorry, guys. I really there's one more thing I could think of trying. I'm going to try one more thing. I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to go outside. All right. Going to go outside. Ooh, it's getting a little humid out here. Okay, let's see what we get out here. All right. Maybe, because it is a clear day and there is a tower. Oh, this could be the answer. This could be it. I'm just going to have to get a setup out here. Now it's crystal clear. Okay, we can do this. I'm going to give you a view of the lake. And I'm going to get a setup going here. Thanks for bearing with me. And we're going to do this out here. All right? I got an idea. I have an idea. Let's see. Don't know if this is going to work. Okay, I'm going to use this as my... Oh, let's see. Let me try. What can I do? Oh, better idea. I'm going to get a stool. All right, bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get something to put the book on that's fairly stable. kind of use as a base. All right, so I got this stool here. All right, so are we clear? Are we good? Let me know. And I can do this. We got better light out here too. The lighting's much better. So, all right, I think we're in business. There he is, Sergeant Walter Opperman in full dress, Wehrmacht uniform. So I'm starting over again. Go a little. You see that picture? I don't know. I don't think that's him. All right, good. Everybody's reporting in happy. This looks like his father. Look at that hat. Right? The Alpine. Look at those pictures. Yeah, we got a good image, guys. Awesome. I'll try to hold this still. I kind of actually want to put, let me try and do, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to put the camera down so it's easier for me to hold the album to you. Let's try this. How's that? Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's, I wonder if that's his sister or his girlfriend. Okay. So it's a picture when he was younger. Walter. All right, everybody's reporting clear images. This is the classic. Okay, so that was his brother. This is Walter here. That other picture is his older brother, the father and the mother. In this, you know, just a simple good life in Germany before the war, right? And again, if the Opperman descendants come forward, I'll donate this back to the family if this was something that was lost. I don't see how someone would sell this, this album, but this is Walter when he was first being deployed. I think that's his sister there. All right, looks like such a inexperienced young recruit, right? At the beginning, I'm sure. Nervous about going, World War II. Here's some of the deployment pictures. Thanks, BM, for the $5. And this is the one I was showing before where they were slaughtering a calf. How sad, huh? Looks like they were enjoying some sports also. Oppenheimer. I will do Oppenheimer. I have Oppenheimer on my list. Oddly enough, of course, way before the movie. But yeah, someday we'll definitely do Oppenheimer. I'm sure everybody's going to do his grave now that the movie came out. There's some Russian tanks. Yeah, it is humid, Roxanne. It's a little humid today, but boy, yesterday was brutal. Today is much nicer. This is so now we're starting to get to the battle. There's a bridge that looks like bombed out or stranded enemy vehicles. Yeah, the spider web papers. Aren't these neat? I remember when I was little, all the albums had the spider web paper. So look at this. Here's a grenade. This is a crater from a grenade. These are original pictures you cannot find anywhere. Look at this. This is a 88 millimeter, the famous 88, guys. It's an original picture of the 88. Is it still hot in Florida, Manuela? Yeah, it was. I heard it cooled down into the 90s. Here's some more pictures. Truck convoy. Now it's interesting. It's this guy, by the way, did not make it. Look he got a picture of an actual shell hitting the water. Captured tank. That looks like a Russian tank. Anybody know? I don't think that's a Sherman. But maybe it is. That could be an American tank. It looks Russian. Here's an air. I think this is him now. He's maturing here. And we're progressing into the war. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to show this picture. He's laying naked. I'll leave the spider paper over that. He's like sunning himself. He's totally naked. I'm not sure. I think they might be digging graves here, guys, for their comrades. I'm not sure. It appears what's happening. Here's German soldiers and civilians slaughtering poultry. So there's civilians, probably in Russia. I think that's Russia. And they're commiserating with the families. There's a lot of bad stuff that happened. Here's them, a little relaxing time, I think. Thanks, Rolona, 59, thank you. Looks like they're swimming there. So we're about halfway through. Captured enemy tank vehicle. Just think a lot of those guys were sent off to the Russian, not only the Russian front, but sent to the gulags after the war. Now, interesting picture, high-ranking Wehrmacht commander getting special treatment there. See the Mercedes symbol there? Is that Mercedes? Yeah, Mercedes diesel truck, right? Look at that guy. Wonder who he was. The guy eating something. No, we're not doing cemeteries today. I'm in northern Wisconsin. I had said we're going to look at this album. We're going to be at my cabin today. So we're not always at the cemetery. This is a very interesting picture of some high-ranking, perhaps someone may recognize who they were high-ranking commanders. Right, and again, for you just joining, I bought this album 20 years ago at an antique store for $800, and it is a treasured soldier's memory album from World War II. I don't know how the family would ever let this go, unless they all died. But if anybody watching this from Germany, Opperman family, I would be happy to give this back, this heirloom. So here's a great picture. Look at that. Soldiers gathering around a courier, a Crod motorbike with the light shade. See the light shade over the headlight? You always saw that on the Jeeps and stuff. Yes, Ruth, these are all German soldiers. This is Walter Opperman's album. He was a Wehrmacht soldier. Yeah, you won't find any of these pictures in the books or on the internet. These are just originals. Now this is great. This is, I don't know who this woman is. Like I said, I got this all translated from a friend. Yeah, well, this was 20 years ago, John. And yeah, I think this would be worth a lot more money than $800. But look I wonder who she was. Maybe this was his friend, girlfriend? Yeah, right, Tommy. Estate sale. I'm sure it was. Here's a soldier in the winter gear. So now you know it's getting bad. If you guys know anything about Leningrad, Stalingrad, the winter, this is where the Germans lost and surrendered. And many were killed. Many were taken to the gulags to die there. I think 2/3 died in the gulags. Not many guys made it home. The Junkers, Ju-52, that's a famous plane. There's still a bunch of them around. In fact, there was one that just crashed in the mountains in Switzerland I saw on YouTube. And these are the last pictures that he took before he was killed. I think he was killed in action. I don't know the specifics. There's transporting an injured soldier. Look at that. And then the pages go dead until, yeah, and then Then we have this with his death date. So it was March 20th, 1943. Posthumously awarded the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross for outstanding bravery and courage. And that's the last picture of Walter before he was killed. Well, he's taking pictures of the wounded. He's taking pictures of everything. I would be very appreciative. I don't think he should be criticized for that. So these are some news articles from the front. So it talks about his awards, the Knight's Cross and promotion as Sergeant of a Fallen Hero. He was platoon sergeant in a rifleman regiment. And they talk about his birth date and what he was associated with, the National Socialist German Workers' Party. He died on March 20th, 1943, after he was wounded. And so now the articles start coming back. It says, whom the gods love, they allow them to die early. This old saying also applies to Sergeant Walter Opperman from our former work colleague after 3.5-year apprenticeship. Now this comes from where he worked as apprentice. They put this together. He was a pipe fitter, and he had enlisted for a 12-year stint with the Wehrmacht. So now look at this. This is his grave, or the wreath at his grave. Isn't that something? Carrier of the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross. Look at that. You know, when I someday go back to Germany, I will have to find his grave. I wonder if he's on Find a Grave. If we can find him, we can make a Find a Grave. Deb, are you watching? Maybe we can, somebody can make a Find a Grave link for old Walter here. But that's, I don't know if he was exhumed and reburied, but look at the wooden, that's got to be long gone, right? Fallen for great Germany, it says. And then there are some documents from the funeral, or not they didn't have a funeral, of course. Maybe they eventually brought his body back, but the memorial, and that's going to be close to being it. Here's some cards. See that? It's all memorial stuff. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Sincere condolences, it says in German. Look at that drawing of the helmet and the sword with the leaves. I'm sure there's special meaning to all of that. And that, my friends, is it. Just empty pages. All right. So that was it. I'm glad I bought it in Rhinelander. I bought it in Rhinelander 20 years ago, like I said, for $800, and I jumped on it. I mean, I jumped on this. It was, let me flip it around here. It was, I think, quite a steal, quite a, and I've thought about him often, you know, it's kind of a special thing for me. Let me just see if I can sit here. Talk to you guys. All right. How's that? So how's your Sunday going, everybody? It is beautiful here in Wisconsin. Oh, this is a little high. Let me, what can I do? I'm like just ad-libbing here. This is so high. It's too high. My neck hurts looking up at you. Let me try and put this. Let me try and put this here. How's this? Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Hey, I think this will work. Sorry, guys. I hope this doesn't fall down. All right, so we're enjoying the cabin. So I'm going to be heading out to Arizona just after Memorial Day. And then when I'm going to get to Arizona that next week, then I'm going to do some stuff there. But I wanted to give you guys some more details about what's going on in Rhode Island. So it's October 20th. I'm going to be there for a few days, but October 20th is a Friday. And at 9 p.m., not at 9 p.m., at 7 p.m., Friday, October 20th, I'm going to be at a place called the Hearthside House. Not Hearthside like H-E-R-A-R-T. It's hearth, like fireplace, hearth, Hearthside House. And I'll give you the link of where they're located. I left my, oh no, I have my phone here, good. So I can give you some information. And there will be a lot more to come on this. So it's located at 677 Great Road, Lincoln, Rhode Island. Phone number is 401-726-0597. And I'm going to be speaking there at 7 p.m. I'm actually going to be filming there, I think midday on Friday. So it's like a Victorian house that's beautiful and it's original. And remember, we've talked several times, and I've done like the Keller family and several of the older episodes where families would mourn the loved one, the deceased in the parlor, the living room. They would have the coffin in there, and there might have been undertakers, but they really didn't have a lot of funeral homes. So it was always done, and in Europe too, in the home. And so for a very short time there, I think just for the day or for the weekend, they set up the parlor with the coffin, and they have a lot of actors, men and women who are dressed in Victorian, and they're mourning, and they recreate this. And they've been good enough to allow me to join them for a small period of time. And there's a special production that I'm going to do of a real story that happened in the United States, not there in Rhode Island, where we're going to kind of reenact. So it's going to be I've got a lot of good Halloween stuff coming. I thought last year we had some good Halloween stuff, and I said, how am I going to top that? But I think we're going to top it this year. It's going to be as good. On my way up here, I shot 2 Halloween episodes. So it's going to be a fun October, and it's going to crescendo there. And I'm going to have to come back and fly back to Phoenix and edit that really fast so we can get it out before Halloween night. Maybe it will be on Halloween night. I don't know. So yeah, mark that down, October 20th, Friday night, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm going to be speaking to their crowd, and any of you are welcome to come. I don't know if there's any charge. If there is, it's not much, I'm sure. But I'm going to be talking about buried alive stories. I'm going to be talking about resurrectionists, a lot of the stuff we talked about, and answering questions and getting a conversation going of all of that stuff and see where the conversation takes us. I think we have an hour or 2 hours. So I want to really engage with the group, and it's just going to be interesting. I can't, unscripted. I'm going to have some PowerPoint, some pictures to show, but it's going to be really neat. And I hope some of you guys can come if you're anywhere near Rhode Island. I know Tommy the Cat's coming because he lives nearby there. So we'll see Tommy. Anybody wants to see Tommy the Cat. So yeah, what else is happening? We got the weather, we got that. We just went through the album. I'm going to be doing some episodes on the way, some shooting of episodes on the way to Arizona. I think my route's going to take me from here through Minneapolis. It's going to take me down to Kansas, not Kansas City, but like Wichita, Dodge City. I'm going to be going into New Mexico. So I'm going to be probably shooting 2 or 3 stories on the way. And I've got a lot of stuff to do in Arizona. And I'm really excited about being out there this winter because, like I said, Nevada, New Mexico, I'll probably get into Western Texas, far Western Texas. We'll be getting maybe up north, maybe as far as the Pacific Northwest, I'm not sure, but definitely some Utah, Nevada, California, yeah, maybe back to San Francisco area. What's going on with the state fair? Emily says, I wish I could go. I live in Georgia. It's just too far away. Yeah, that's too far to go to Rhode Island. I think if you're in a lot of the New England states right there, you might be able to make maybe an hour or two away. So who's coming? Anybody coming here? Or are you gonna, I'll do some live streaming from there, I'm sure. If you can't come, I totally understand. That's great. I may see you in Wichita. You live near Wichita, Auntie Elizabeth. Cool. Okay. Yeah, definitely going through Wichita. I really wish there were parts. Are there parts of Wichita or parts of Dodge City that remain the same as the old Wyatt Earp days? Or I don't think so. It's too bad. Ruth will try and come. Where do you live again, Ruth? That would be cool if you could make it. Yeah, that's too far. Martin MD, you're in Northern Ireland. That would be too far. Beth will only watch. Yeah, well, it's going to come out as an episode. You guys who can't make it. And you know what? I think I will talk to them. We got the talk. I will try to have the talk. Why not have it taped, right? So that I could put it on the channel. So we'll do that. I will definitely have it recorded for you guys, so you don't have to come. But if you can come, great. We'll go out for a drink afterwards. I envision 5 or 10 of us with Tommy the cat. I'll buy you all drinks. How's that? South Carolina, Pamela? Cool. Well, just watch I'll have it taped. Right on, Jill. Definitely. All good, all good. Lorraine's still with us. She's going to see it. Oh, you know, I think Rainy's coming. Rainy's coming. You're in Minnesota? Okay. Dar 74. I couldn't see your name. Yeah, free drinks. That'll get on a flight, you know, if you're going to get free drinks. It's worth it. A tour bus for all of us with Chris. All right, you can sit up front, Chris. We'll do the tour bus. Where should we do it? What state? Maybe every year I do a different state. We rent a bus. You guys can share some of your history to me. Thanks for all the great suggestions. The channel is really growing, guys. YouTube is loving me. It is growing quickly right now. Many times there are spurts that happen and I get a big jump in subscribers and growth. I know that episode that I did in Tampa with the woman who was the servant and they were buried together, that like came back recently and got like 200,000 views and subscribers went up. And right now I think this trip that I did to the west, the near west in South Dakota, Wyoming, really people are loving those episodes. So we'll ride it while we can, but I think we're going to be coming up pretty soon on 500,000 subscribers. Can anyone believe that? I can't even. Hey, when I was first starting, I remember when I first got to 10,000 or 5,000, I was blown away. And then I did an episode of 10,000 subscribers, like, oh my God. And now it's like 500,000. It's definitely achievable. I don't know when, but at this rate, I'm sure it's going to slow down. It just, a lot of times it peaks and then you just can't predict. But we're on a run right now. It's very exciting. So thanks for all your support. It's great. And I love this community. We're building this amazing community. I love engaging with you guys. Get so much back. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, well, it's all of us, you know. This is the group. We all deserve the congrats. Yeah, Roxanne, almost. We're almost there. Back in the summertime. Oh, I couldn't read that one. Thanks. Very cool. I want to go back now. I don't want to tip this tripod, but I want to go back and read. Lisa Beth said, back in the day, in the summertime, they would keep the body packed with ice. Yeah. I saw that your mother was recounting that, the wakes down in the South. So someone, and I don't know if it was through Tommy or somebody's, no, it was someone else, sent me pictures and they didn't want it. Maybe I did publish this, of their grandmother was in the kitchen, on the kitchen table, packed in ice. I was like, holy cow, and it was really interesting. It's a fantastic, no surprise really. Oh, thank you, thank you. Who said that? That was Blueberry Girl, 723. Thank you. J&K 352, very first video that you watched was the Radium Girls. Yeah, that was such a sad story. The thing I always think about the Radium Girls episode is the jerk president of that company who we found his grave, and he's like, what a jerk, trying to cover it up and make money. But that was a good episode, the Radium Girls. Tommy the Cat said they had those ice tables back then. Yeah, if it were still the same, you could buy those ice tables on Amazon right now, right? Ice baby. God, that, I couldn't even imagine. But yeah, we're gonna, the Hearthside home, they're gonna have that. It's gonna, not the ice, it's gonna be the parlor, not the kitchen. But if you go to their site, you can find pictures. So they've done this before and it looks very authentic. I'm really excited to go and kind of immerse, kind of like we're going in a time machine. I've got a really good episode that I shot that is just like a story that no one's heard of. Really, it's got it all. It's not too demonic, but it's intriguing. It's really deep, crazy story. I don't want to give it away. I can't wait to get going on Halloween stuff. I'm going to wait till October. Once October 1st hits, we'll start trickling it out. Do you guys want to see Pumpkin Face? Remember Pumpkin Face laughing? Should I put that in the at the end, you know, where it's the orange? Ooh, I'll do that, I think. I think we'll bring Pumpkin Face back, the creepy pumpkin mask. That was Walter Opperman. That was past Neenah, Wisconsin, maybe a descendant. Oh, you knew there was in Neenah? Yeah. You know what I'm hoping is if one of the descendants in Germany, and they could be here, they could be anywhere, sees this and sees the album and said, oh my God, that was my great-grandfather. And we have nothing, you know, I will give this, you know, I will send this. I hate to let this go, but I think it should be with the family. But yeah, maybe it was sold at an estate sale. I don't know. It's Halloween without, it's not Halloween. Darcy 74, Darcy Joy 74, yeah. All right, so you remember Pumpkin Face. I'll bring them back then if you guys want it. Karen said, first episode I watched was Gene Tierney, Never Looked Back. Yeah, that's when I was in Texas there. Yeah, she was beautiful. Chris Diaz says, my favorite are the Doc Holliday stories. Yeah, we covered that pretty good. I think we did a good job on that one, guys. Ron, do you know anything about the Butterbox babies? No, I don't. But why don't you send me that on Instagram or email me. Email is everything, by the way. All the contact information is under the About tab. So go up, scroll sideways, the About tab on the end, I think it is. You go down there as Instagram. It has my email, facesforgottentoday@gmail.com. Facesforgottentoday@gmail.com. Yeah, the Indian tribes, that was good. That was the trip out west. Really good, good experience there. Those were fun to produce. Those turned out better than I thought. There's a lot of episodes. We have over 600 episodes. I'm going to be like 1 or 2 a week now. I was doing 3 or 4 a week at the beginning, like a madman. So, Tom Birch, good day, young man. I like being called young man. Getting old, though. The gray is definitely setting in. I don't think I'm going to do a beard anymore, but my son, we were in Florida, he said, Dad, grow your hair out. Get long hair. So I might do some long hair because I got real curly hair, but I think it would be like out of control. So then I cut it. What do you think? Should I grow my hair long? Like crazy long? No ponytails, right? Might have some. I like having fun with that kind of stuff. Mullet. No! I don't think I've ever had a mullet. I will not do the mullet. Mullet's coming back, or has come back. Ron, has anyone compared you to Captain James T. Kirk? I've gotten that. Okay, should I tell you what the biggest comparison? And I think I'm older now, I don't get it, but when I was younger, there's one person that was, even my close friends said, man, you're a dead ringer for this guy. Can anyone guess who I would be a dead ringer for or was when I was younger? A little better looking. Now I'm just an old prune. What a nice bar. Thank you. Yeah, be a bushman. Sue Harrell, be a bushman. Oh, I'm not going to do the beer. I'll just do I'll let my hair grow out. It'll be winter in the desert with long hair. I'll be like the caveman commercial. So can anyone guess who my lookalike is? It's not James T. Kirk. It's not William Shatner. No. Maybe I'm older. Maybe I look like William Shatner now because William Shatner is like, still looks pretty good for like 88 or whatever he is. No, it's not William Shatner. Thank you for the $20. I cannot read. Oh, it's like blocked your name in orange with the lemon. Thank you so much. Make a comment so I can see your picture. I see your picture there. Paul Newman, no, not even close. I can't. Brad Pitt. Oh, you guys are too nice. I don't look at anything. Brad Pitt's handsome. Really love the Rod Price fog hat. Yeah, Bill. You like that one? That was a good one. Yeah, okay. So Tom Selleck I got when I was young because I had a big mustache. And then I wear the Yankees hat, not because of him, but I did get some Tom Selleck. But there's one other guy. I say it because I'm so mortified of this guy that I look like him. Come on, Michael Douglas. No, I can't believe none of you are getting who I used to look like. Maybe I still look somewhat like him. William Shatner, David Hasselhoff, Laura. Yes, Laura got it. David Hasselhoff. Laura, if you go to my email and remind me, this is Laura McDonald, facesforgottentoday@gmail.com. If you want, I will send you a license plate frame, Faces of the Forgotten license plate. The Hoff, I know, it's so embarrassing. That guy's such a weirdo. And I cringe. But I would get that so much when I was younger. I haven't heard it. Yeah, Baywatch, right? And then Kit, right, with the car with the little red light. Oh my God, it was so cheesy. Thanks, Vicky. You're very kind. I know. Wouldn't you be embarrassed too? Oh, Chris, you're very, very kind. Don't hassle the Hoff. I don't think he was bad looking, but it's like, I don't know, like campy, cheesy. The Hoff. Okay, I got something funny for you. There's a friend of mine, her name's Jennifer, and we would always have this joke going back and forth because we found online, and I think it's still online if you Google it, is David Hasselhoff is Satan, 666. He is the one who is returning. And this is 10 years ago, I think it's still there. David Hasselhoff, just Google, David Hasselhoff is the Antichrist. And we would go back, she would send this to me and I just, oh my God, it's hilarious. Yes, he was very popular in Germany. Maybe he's German like me, I don't know. Yeah, I'm having a ball here. I'm having a ball, man. Isn't that yeah, Lisa thinks it's funny. I do too. Yeah, can you imagine David Hasselhoff? So what else is going on? I'm glad we were able to get through that album with some clear picture. I guess this is the place to do it, out on the porch. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I am, you know what I'm making? I'm making a workbench. I bought an antique workbench, you know, those real thick ones with a giant vise that's with a corkscrew that is made of wood. And I've got a very small one I'm mounting to the wall because I bought this vintage outboard motor. It's all stainless steel. It's called the Sea Witch, and it was refurbed by someone. It's like a half horse. I mean, it's like just like this big. It's tiny, but it's cool. It's got like fins, like for cooling fins and all this. It was completely refurbed. So I'm gonna like mount it on this workbench with all these old 1910 tools, and it's kind of cool. I'll show it to you next time, like next spring when I come back, when I have it finished. I'll have to show, or I'll send you a picture. Gene says shoulder length hair would look good. Wow, my hair's so thick. It's so thick and curly. I think it would come out. I'd have to like, I don't know. I don't think, we'll see. Maybe I'll just stick a bunch of gel and conditioner in it and it'll stay down. We'll see. Or we'll have some fun. Okay. I'll give it a try for that. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up. So I'll see you tonight. A very sad story of a little boy who, true story, 4 years old, tombstone fell on him down in the Chicago area, and he is forgotten. So let's not forget him. Brandon, say a prayer for him and his family, and I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Okay, let's do the premiere, and fun times ahead. All right, guys, stay safe. I'm gonna shut it down right here. See you later.